If you're looking to start your Etsy and print-on-demand business, look no further because this video is going to be a full setup tutorial on how to start your shop today. I have a series I'm currently running, which is Getting Started with Etsy and Print-on-Demand. And this is a updated tutorials and series that I highly recommend you watching. You'll see in a playlist I'll link below. We're gonna hop straight into this video. I am not going to waste any of your time. We're gonna get your shop started. So first things first, if you are new to this channel, I wanted to give you a warm welcome and introduce myself. My name is Heather. I have been doing print-on-demand and Etsy for the past 4 years, and I have earned well over $500,000 in revenue from selling with Etsy and print-on-demand. I have owned multiple successful Etsy and print-on-demand businesses. I've been a prior top 1% seller within millions of sellers on Etsy. I have been able to help so many of you who watch this channel to get to these incredible results as well. For those who don't know what print-on-demand is, it is a semi-passive business model. And while it's not fully passive, I don't want anyone to be under the impression that you don't have to do anything when it comes to owning a print-on-demand business. What print-on-demand is when a customer finds your product through maybe a platform like Etsy, they will purchase that product and the order will integrate to your print provider. They will print, pack, and ship the order to your customer completed on Etsy. You do not need to do any part of that process if you have set everything up correctly, which we're going over in this video. And after that, there is really nothing that you need to do besides just making sure that everything went through correctly and that you don't have any customer messages following someone purchasing that order, right? Sometimes there's things that happen with print-on-demand, such as maybe a defect here or there. It's very rare. Honestly, through my time in selling and over selling 10,000 orders in my own business, I've had a defect rate of less than 2%. So it is very rare. And what's really nice is with your print-on-demand companies, if you choose a well-known and reputable one like Printify, which I'm going to link down below, I do have a free code for Printify Premium and 30 days of Printify Premium. If you have a reputable company that you're using, such as Printify, if there is a defect, they're going to reimburse you so you can refund the customer or offer a exchange to that customer. So now we're gonna jump into how to set up an Etsy account, and I'm going to give you a walkthrough guide with screen shares as we go along. So to start off, the first step in this process is deciding if you're going to use a personal account and convert it into an Etsy seller account. The second option that you have is starting a maybe business email. You can easily start that with major email providers such as Gmail and Microsoft. And honestly, you don't have to do like a paid business plan. I would just recommend starting and creating a new business email. So what are kind of the reasons why you would do one or the other? I personally would recommend creating a business email just because you're separating your business from your personal email. And also if you have customer issues in the future or any maybe bulk order reach outs, if you have a personal email and maybe it's like a funny name or something that's silly that you created, it might not be as professional to use. Just gonna throw that out there. And having that business email is just better long term. The second step of the process is we're going to get started, and I want you to use the 40 free listing link. I'm going to link that down below. You get 40 free listings by signing up underneath that link. If you have, again, that business email or if you have a personal account, just make sure to click that link first, and then you are going to sign up from there. This is where I'm going to take a moment and talk briefly about fees that you can expect through the verification process in the next few parts of this video. So the fee that you can expect when you are going through this setup process is around $15 to $30 to start as the Etsy setup fee to get verified and to be approved in the Etsy marketplace. With that fee also comes a 20-cent listing fee. Now, again, if you signed up up under that link, and given if you already signed up before clicking that link, you could always create a Gmail, go back to that link later, right? But after those 40 free listings, you can expect 20 cents per listing. Now, I do have a video called The Real Costs of Etsy and Print on Demand. I'd recommend watching that as well if you really want a breakdown of costs and what profit you can expect. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to start naming our shop and thinking about maybe branding. Now, this is a section of the video I want to pause for a moment and say it doesn't have to be concrete at this stage. I think a lot of new sellers typically may spend a few days to a few weeks to a few months. So this is where I'm going to recommend to you to not spend more than 10 minutes creating a name and maybe your initial branding, because let me tell you, you are probably going to change it. And if you don't change it and your first name is the best name, then that's great too. But I know for me, I changed my first name of my initial shop. I ended up changing my name of my second shop I created. This is completely normal and okay. And as you become more experienced in selling on Etsy and the platform, you're probably going to change it again. You have 3 name changes you can do on Etsy, so just keep that in mind that you don't have to keep the name that you create. But what I would recommend as far as creating names is, first off, you want to make sure the name is available on Etsy. You can also go to ChatGPT and maybe get ChatGPT to create some names for you. The third thing that I want you to do is look up the name on Google and put maybe trademark in the search bar after that to make sure that there's no active shops with that name across the internet. There's no other e-commerce brands or websites that are using that name. Also, you can use uspto.gov, type in the name within uspto.gov and just make sure that it's not trademarked and already taken. Then you're good to go. So our next step in the process is creating our first listing. Now, I know this is a step that a lot of people get frozen on because it's like, okay, Heather, I don't have anything created yet. What do I do here? We do have to create what I call a throwaway listing. This listing can just be a digital product, so it's not technically a fake listing because it is, you can sell it as a digital product. What I recommend is using the template I'm going to link below that you can grab within my free Etsy and Print on Demand crash course. You're going to see all of these steps step by step, and you can actually do walkthrough tutorials with me within there. So all that I'm talking about here is going to be the same process within that crash course down below too. So I did want to note that if you're using this template, you do want to change the font or the colors or something about this template to create it and make it your own to upload as a digital asset in your shop. You're going to add that as the listing image. You're going to add that as a file in this digital listing, and it's just more of a custom SVG because if someone actually buys this, which I've never heard of anyone having anyone buy from this digital custom SVG, it could happen. And if it does happen, then yay, you got a sale. And if not, we're gonna delete this listing later on, or again, we can convert it to a print on demand listing. Once you upload that listing, we will title that listing as you can see. And then after that, we're going to fill in a description. Then from there, we have to fill out just a few more areas in the category of the listing and price our new digital listing. From there, we are going to publish that listing, and that will be our first listing for our Etsy shop. Now, for those of you who are concerned about this listing still being in your shop, again, once you get through the rest of the steps of this video, you can deactivate that listing immediately. So the next steps of our Etsy store setup is going to be the verification steps and banking information. Now, this verification is Etsy just making sure you are a real human behind the screen, and it will ask for some personal identifying information from you. Sometimes during this process, if you have any problems, you will want to contact Etsy support, and I will link the page page for their support down below. It is a rare occasion that you may not be verified right away. Once you are through this process, we can move on to setting up your Etsy store settings. We are going to be setting up our shop announcement and gift messaging options. So this is something to note, is not every print-on-demand provider and company offers gift messaging. The other thing to note is your shop announcement, you typically want to enter in maybe that you have a grand opening sale or that you're a new shop, and a lot of new customers may just purchase because they know you're a new shop. A grand opening sale you could run for maybe the first week of opening your shop, and if you have, let's say, listings that you know you're posting immediately. Now, if you think that it's going to take a little bit to start really posting listings and maybe over 10 listings, I'd hold off and maybe do like a grand opening month. And grand opening sales, let's say offering maybe 15 to up to 50% off your listings, depending on your pricing strategy. I don't want anyone to offer that and see a loss, right? You can still make a profit with running a grand opening sale, and it just comes down to your pricing. So the 7th step that we're going to run into is figuring out our return, exchange, and cancellation policies. Now, this is where I'm going to have a quick chat with you all and talk about how returns work and exchanges work with print on demand. So first off, when someone is going to return a product to you, you want to give them your address, or maybe if you get a PO box for your business, it's going to be your actual physical address that they ship back to. It's not going to be the print on demand provider. Now, the next question a lot of people have is, okay, do I pay for their return shipping? And this is completely dependent on you as a seller and if you'd like to offer that for them. For my previous experience in selling with print on demand and Etsy, I do not offer free return shipping. I tell the customer that they do have to pay for the shipping if they do want to return it, and I have that within my shop policies in my return and exchange policy. Now, you do want to create a privacy policy for your shop too. And this is where I really recommend you downloading and getting my free Etsy print on demand crash course, because within that course, I have a Google template and link that you can sign up to and have access to all of these templates that I'm mentioning. This resource is probably the best resource I could offer that's completely free to you who are watching. The next thing that we're going to talk about that gets really fun is our shop storefront and banner. So this is where branding comes into play. Now, what I recommend to a lot of you is maybe sticking to 2 to up to 5 colors in your color palette as far as creating a brand on Etsy. And when it comes to branding, you typically want to float between maybe 2 different fonts when you're just starting for your logo and shop banner. So whatever font you're using for your logo and shop banner, you want to keep it very cohesive and similar. Along with that, you want the color palette to be similar as well. I do also sell separately in my digital shop a shop brand kit where I go over branding and how to brand, and I give brand templates and a brand kit, again, in my digital store if you are curious about that. But you can also just create this on Canva yourself or even Kittl. Both are great resources to create your shop branding. So the next step in setup of our shop is turning on coupons in the marketing tab of our Etsy shop. Now, I know a lot of people right off the jump might be like, okay, Heather, I am not ready for this moment. How much do I set as my shop discounts? I don't even know when I'm pricing my products yet. And what do I even do here? I want you to keep in mind maybe a profit per product that you sell, whatever items those may be. Now, a general rule of thumb is if you're selling any products with print on demand, what I personally shoot for and aim for is at least $5, but typically I float in the range of $7 to $10 a profit per product. Now, if you're having issues pricing, I would recommend maybe my pricing profit calculator or just watching a pricing video that I'm going to link up above to get you an idea of how to price. But just to start off, I want you to at least offer something and make sure you're still seeing a profit the way that you're pricing your products. So if you're offering a 20% off discount for your coupons, you should still aim for maybe going for a higher profit of $7 to $10 per product that you sell. But for now, you don't need to think about pricing. You just need to set a standard discount that you're going to have, and it can be the same discount for every single coupon that you're offering. Once you have those coupons set, you'll typically set the same coupon rate and discount amount for every coupon. So the thank you, abandoned cart, favorite item coupons are all going to be maybe 20% as this example that I'm giving. Now that you have all those coupons set up, I want to take a moment and talk about the coupons and what this does for your shop. First off, just based on the consumer psychology and the statistics that we have throughout the years of e-commerce sales and even running my own sales and having my own shop, 80% of all of my customers in the past 4 years that I've sold on Etsy have came from sale events or coupons. And in fact, I've made 5 figures over one of my coupons that I turned on in my shop. You could get more sales if you turn this on now rather than later on. And the more videos you may watch on my channel, I'm gonna keep referring to this method because it helps your shop a lot, and you will thank me later if you start to see sales coming through from recommending that. I hope if those of you get sales, come back to this video and let us know. The next step of this process is going to be integrating Printify to Etsy. So first off, you will need to set up a Printify account, and I will link down below the link directly to Printify. This is my top recommended print-on-demand provider. I have used them for the past 4 years in my Etsy and print-on-demand businesses, and I attribute all of my sales to this company, and my growth in my own Etsy and print-on-demand business has skyrocketed from the high quality prints, the fast print to production times and shipping times consistently over the course of my businesses. And I cannot recommend them enough to those of you. So if you want 30 days free of Printify Premium, you can get that by the code down below as well. I will say maybe until you start to see multiple sales a month, that's when typically you want to subscribe to a service like that. But when you start off and you get your first initial sales, you can get more profit for those first sales. And you can do so again by using that code in the description down below. At the very end of this, there is one optional step that you can do, which I do recommend at the end of this video, which is you can join me in the best way to list tutorial I have that I'm going to link up above and at the end of this video for those of you to watch. This is the correct way to list going forward. I will say that when I'm filming this video, Printify just had a brand change, but all of the functions and features are the exact same in that video. Highly recommend watching that because that's how you're gonna push that first listing to your Etsy shop and hopefully get your first listing up with me. And then also after this, I recommend watching a second video, which is Printify settings you should have for your shop before you really start to list in your shop. You are now an entrepreneur, and here is to your success and many, many sales I am wishing so many of you. Besides that, let me know if you have any questions or any comments down below. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you to comment, "This is magic." ... I will be sure to heart and respond to as many of you who comment that secret phrase in the comment section. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to check out those videos I recommend that will be clickable in just a few moments here. See you guys in the next video.